Hey guys, this is James with RogueDuelist Trade, and on this channel we talk about current and upcoming Yu-Gi-Oh product and whether or not you should invest your money in order to profit. I decided I'm going to continue forward the series of top 5 winners and losers for Yu-Gi-Oh product, and Phantom Rage came out right before Maximum Gold, and I did pull some data beforehand on what pre-sale prices were, and I recently pulled prices as of November 17th for the current prices of Phantom Rage. So in today's video, we're going to go over the top 5 winners and losers within Phantom Rage in terms of how much value has gone up or down from pre-sales to November 17th, which is roughly 17 days after pre-sale. So we can really get a good idea of how much this product has changed. Before we jump in, if you guys are interested in ratios, we have ratios for Phantom Rage, Maximum Gold, Rage of Ra, Megatons. All those ratios can be found on the RDT Patreon in partnership with Pro Play Games. And on top of getting access to ratios, you can also get access to near wholesale rates at roughly $630 per case for main sets. If you guys are interested in getting into vending and want to be committed, definitely something you guys should check out. Also, check out my new channel on YouTube, which is RogueDuelist TV. I post skits every single week, so if you guys are interested in finding funny content for me, that's where you're going to find it. So without further ado, let's jump right into the top winners and losers within Phantom Rage. Now guys, as always, take into account that if you're watching this video later, prices have likely changed, and some cards that are losers could be winners, and some cards that are winners could be losers. So it's really hard to say what happens in the market. So let's go ahead and dive right in. We're going to start with the top winners within Phantom Rage, but in all honesty, there are only 2 cards in all of Phantom Rage that have actually gone up in value after pre-sales. So we're only going to have the top 2 winners in this product, starting from worst to best. One card that has actually gone up in value in our number 2 spot as a winner in Phantom Rage is going to have to go to Phantom Knight's Rank Up Magic Force. On pre-sales, this card started at $1.16 and actually defeated the odds for this product and went up in value to $1.44 as of November 17th, being a 24% increase in value. I think there's some good reasons as to why, because this is an ultra rare in this product, and one of the main reasons why I feel this card is actually fairly good is one, that it is searchable from cards like Bardiche and I believe Raid Raptor Wise Tricks, but this card can rank up Dark Rebellion Xyz Dragon into Dark Requiem Xyz Dragon. If you guys don't know what Dark Requiem does, if it has Arc Rebellion as a material to that monster, the second effect, which is not once per turn, is that as a quick effect, you can detach a material to negate a monster effect on your opponent's side of the field. So if you can find ways to put multiple materials on Dark Requiem Xyz Dragon, this card gets you to Dark Requiem. And again, it is searchable, being a rank up magic card and a Phantom Knight card. All reasons why I feel this card went up in value, and I think Dark Requiem Xyz Dragon is probably a card you guys might want to consider investing into as a potential single. Coming in our number 1 spot as a top winner within Phantom Rage, and it is actually a very large number as to the increase that this card has seen, is going to be Virtual World Lulu. Lulu started at $4.13 during pre-sales, completely undervalued from vendors, and because Virtual Worlds has already seen some meta success, this card quickly shot up to $19.10, which is a 362% increase in value. Now, these are the types of cards that you hope for when you invest in singles in terms of cards that can go up in value. People definitely underestimated Virtual Worlds. It already has a lot of success, as I mentioned, and Lulu is one of the main combo facilitators within Virtual World, which is why this card has gone up so much in value. And this card is also an emergency teleport target, being a level 3 psychic tuner. This was actually one card that was a card that I said to look out for in my Phantom Rage analysis videos, and obviously Phantom Rage needed some value. All right guys, so now we're going to go into our top 5 losers within Phantom Rage, and honestly, unfortunately, except for 2 cards, pretty much all of the cards are losers. Some have decreased in value more than others. And guys, keep in mind, we are going to go through an honorable mentions at the end of our top 5 losers, because there's lots of cards that you would anticipate to be on this list that aren't in terms of value decrease, so we will touch on many losers in this product in just a few minutes. Our number 5 loser within Phantom Rage, so from least to worst, is going to be Tri-Brigade Ominous Omen. This is the Link 4 monster, and it did come as a secret rare within Tri-Brigades, and it started at $19.34 during pre-sales and went all the way down to $6.44, being a 67% reduction in value. Now, Tri-Brigades does have some meta potential. Nothing is really being seen in the meta right now with Tri-Brigades, and there hasn't really been a lot of movement in the OCG meta as well. So this card has gone down pretty significantly in addition to the majority of the Tri-Brigade archetype. Coming in at number 4 in our top losers within Phantom Rage is going to be Mutant M05. Mutants is one of the TCG exclusives that came in Phantom Rage, so first seen in the TCG, not in the OCG yet, and it is one of the main combo facilitators, but there isn't really a lot going on with this archetype yet. I think there's a lot of potential. We might see some more mutant support coming in Blazing Vortex. I think it's very likely because we're going to be seeing a lot of TCG exclusive cards. I think 19. And the mutant archetype can be very splashable. It doesn't lock you into mutants, for an example. But the price point started at $5.18 and went all the way down to $1.60, which is a 69% reduction in value. Now, I don't know if this card will go down even more in value in addition to a lot of the mutant support cards. This could be a card to consider investing into because it has dipped so much. And there is a huge opportunity for upward potential if Konami does a good job with future support in what we may be seeing in Blazing Vortex. Coming in our number 3 spot for a top loser within Phantom Rage is going to be Raiders Knight. Raiders Knight is one of the main facilitators to get you into Arc Rebellion Xyz Dragon, and this card started at $3.48 during pre-sales as an ultra rare and has dropped all the way to 99 cents, so right under $1, which is a 72% reduction. Now, honestly, I feel the value of this card is going to be tied to Arc Rebellion Xyz Dragon, and Arc Rebellion Xyz Dragon is a very good OTK facilitator and overall win condition monster within decks that can bring out level 4 dark monsters. Honestly, I feel this card is very undervalued. I think as soon as we see Arc Rebellion Xyz Dragon being a very good win condition monster within certain meta archetypes, this card could easily go back to that $3 mark, which would be a very large increase in value. Our number 2 loser within Phantom Rage is going to be Virtual World Phoenix Fan. I honestly don't know how many Phoenix fans people play in their deck. I have a feeling this might be a 1 or 2 of, but this card started at $3.12 as an ultra rare and shot down to a quarter at 25 cents, being a 92% reduction. I mean, you might as well have put this card to a $0 value. It's almost 100% reduction, which is absolutely crazy. Maybe this card is undervalued. I really don't know. Again, it depends on how many you need to play in the deck, if at all. Coming in our number 1 spot as our very top loser within Phantom Rage, you guys may not have guessed it, is going to be Armityle, the Chaos Phantasm Phantom of Fury. This is one of the new fusion monsters for Sacred Beast, and I think vendors were putting a little bit of a higher value on this because of the nostalgic tie to Sacred Beast. But honestly, it really depends on the archetype, and I don't think that many people are super excited about Sacred Beast, even though the structure deck recently came out. Maybe there's going to be more potential. I've heard people discuss how Sacred Beast actually has some level of competitiveness, maybe at more of a rogue category for some things that you can do with it, and I really don't know if this card is really going to see much play. But it started at $4.16 and again dropped to a quarter, being a 94% reduction. I absolutely hope you guys did not buy in at this card at $4.16 or anything even over $1, because it went down so significantly that it was basically like a complete loss. But we'll see what happens. I don't know if you guys have any feelings on this card. Let me know down in the comments below if you think there's any potential. All right, so let's step into some of our honorable mentions within this product, and I actually wanted to separate one of the honorable mentions and discuss Starlight Rares in particular. So here are the Starlight Rares. Starlight Rares is one of the main pieces as a vendor where you're hoping to recoup a lot of your cost in your investment in product, and you should be seeing a Starlight Rare, I believe, in 1 in every 2 cases on average. But man, did Starlight Rares see a very large drop. And so let's go ahead and start with the Phantom Knights of Torn Scales. That card dropped by 66%. starting at $466 and going all the way down to $157. Now, that's not a bad price point. I think that's pretty typical within the pre-sale market. You guys never want to buy Starlight Rares during pre-sales. Almost always they're going to go down in value. Also, Tri-Brigade Baron Blossom, the Link 2 monster, which is in my perspective, is one of the cards that you would play multiples of within Tri-Brigades or even in a beast strategy. This card started at $466, went down to $194 at a 58% reduction. One of the interesting ones to me is Alpha, the Master of Beasts. This card started at $466 and dropped to $223, being a 52% reduction. Now, the reason why this one's interesting to me is because this card, in my perspective, has the most upward potential because it is the most generic card out of all of these cards. This card can easily be a 3 of, and it can be maybe meta format dependent. But this card can be played in most any strategies, and it is even better in a beast predominant strategy. So very interesting to see the drop in value here, and is a potential card that I may hold on to if I already had a Starlight Rare of. Next is going to be Hita, the Fire Charmer, which started at $466, dropped to $255. Being a 45% reduction, very interesting that the Spirit Charmers are able to hold some value because this isn't the most significant drop out of all the Starlight Rares, which is pretty crazy. And lastly is Divine Arsenal AA-zeus Sky Thunder. This card was $466 and had the lowest reduction in value, being at 33%. And I think the reason why is this is probably one of the most meta impacting cards, especially putting Zodiac higher in the tiers within the meta. Zodiac can really take advantage of this card because it is not a once per turn effect. I feel this card will definitely hold in value, and until it gets banned or something like that, I really feel it could only go up. So real quick, the next honorable mentions you can see here, Alpha, the Master of Beasts, dropped by 57%, which is one of the higher honorable mentions here. Absolutely crazy. Started at $84, dropped to $36. I don't think this card is as playable as cards like Triple Tactics Talent or Forbidden Chalice, which came in Rise of the Duelist, which were the main money cards in that set. This card definitely has the highest potential to be one of the main money cards in Phantom Rage long term because that it is more generic. And we're just gonna have to see what people do. If this card can become the next Pinkertops in terms of how many people are playing it or have it in their side deck, it could go back up in value. I'm very surprised how low this price has gone. I would be very surprised if it goes any lower. I feel now is likely the time to buy Alpha, but definitely go based on your gut and your research. Divine Arsenal Zeus dropped by 35%, starting at $74, going down to $48. I think that is interesting. Maybe could go up in value. It is a bit more dependent on what deck you're playing, if you can even play it, but definitely very impactful in the meta and definitely deserves one of the higher spots. With how much value has dropped for every card within Phantom Rage, it's close to impossible to make a return right now. We will really have to see what happens. Looking at one of our next cards here, Tri-Brigade Airborne Assault dropped by 55%. Tri-Brigades will have huge potential if it's played more in the meta, and it definitely has potential to be played more in the meta and maybe see success. We'll really just have to see how that plays out. Tri-Brigades can definitely help Phantom Rage in terms of getting value back. Looking at cards like Warning Point, a very good control card, but really only a going first card, dropping 63%. Virtual World Shen Shen, interesting, has dropped by 47%. Probably the best boss monster within Virtual Worlds, and is also generic to where it can be used in any archetype that can spit out synchro monsters. So a card to keep your eye on. Arc Rebellion Exes Dragon, already told you guys I invested in that card, dropped by 61%. A very good win condition for archetypes that can play it. Dual Avatar Invitation dropped by 64%. Don't see that going up in value. Tri-Brigade Baron Blossom dropped 66%. Definitely a card similar in my perspective as a Lulu that could go up in value because it is a searching card, can be played in most beast decks, and is definitely essential as a multiple of within a Tri-Brigade strategy. Tri-Brigade Fractal, again similar to Lulu because this card is a one card combo facilitator, which is one of the best main deck monsters in the archetype, dropped 35%. And then Mutant Ultimus, the best boss monster within mutants, which has an Omni Negate type of effect, dropped by 42%. All right, so in summary for Phantom Rage, money spent versus money gained. On average, I project opening each case to bring a loss of roughly $35 to 114% in value. And that's really dependent on whether or not you pull a Starlight Rare, and also dependent on whether or not you sell all of your secrets and ultras. It really does show that there isn't a lot of upside to Phantom Rage at all. And right now, people are selling cases lower than what they paid at wholesale. They're freaking out trying to move their product quickly to get some more capital. So if you guys have faith in this product, now is definitely the time to probably pick up some cases lower than wholesale, which is absolutely crazy. Another thing to note, as of November 17th, overall value decrease within Phantom Rage on average was 43%. A huge decrease for a non-reprint product. I mean, everything is the first time coming into the TCG. So it's very crazy to see such a significant dip, and definitely makes you second think a lot of core sets. Another thing to note, which you can say for all product, is that losers can turn into winners. So although a lot of the cards, the majority of cards, except for 2 cards in the entire product, are technically losers, they very well can go up in value depending on what happens in our meta. The best time to pick up cards are now, because this set is really at its bottom floor. A lot of these cards cannot go much more down in value because it is already a significant loss for vendors. Very quickly, I want to go over some points as to why I feel this product has failed. There's not enough high demand generic 3-ups. So although some cards people may want to play, not a lot of them are going to be 3-ups, like AA-zeus as an example. Also, there's not enough high meta impacting archetypes, which could change. Virtual World is already making a significant impact, which could affect the value for a lot of cards within the Virtual World engine. And also there's opportunity within Tri-Brigade. Phantom Rage was dealt a bad hand. Maximum Gold got pushed out an entire month and came out the very week after Phantom Rage came out. So a lot of vendors needed to flip their Phantom Rage product very quickly in order to get enough capital to pay for their Maximum Gold product that they already invested into. Now that created an issue for vendors because Phantom Rage was not as hot as they were hoping for in comparison to sets like Rise of the Duelist. So a lot of these vendors broke even just in order to get enough capital for Maximum Gold and Genesis Impact, which is coming in early December. I think some factors that could give this product more longer term potential, when I say longer term, before reprints, are really like 6 to 7 months. New archetypes that end up going meta, as I mentioned, like Tri-Brigades, Mutants, and Phantom Knights. Virtual World is already doing very well. Generic cards become more meta relevant, like Alpha, AA-zeus, Warning Point, and Arc Rebellion Xyz Dragon. Alright guys, so that's gonna do it for our top 5 winners and losers and honorable mentions within Phantom Rage. What do you guys think about this video? Let me know down in the comments below. Now guys, if this isn't your first time on the channel, or even if it's your first time and you're enjoying this content, make sure you stop right now and subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos from me. And also, if you did enjoy this content, to help the YouTube algorithm and help grow this channel, make sure you stop right now and like this video. So guys, keep an eye out. One of my next videos that I'm planning on doing is an initial risk analysis on Ghosts from the Past. I'm hoping to have that out very soon. But guys, I appreciate you stopping by, and I'll see you on the next video on Rogue Duelist Trade.